We're learning more about First Lady Jill Biden's trip to Phoenix this week alongside second gentleman Doug Emhoff. They'll meet with Mayor Kate Gallego on Wednesday to tour a vaccination site at Isaac Middle School. It's part of a two-day trip to the Southwest to encourage more Americans to get vaccinated.
Now, all of this is starting to happen as the Delta variant of coronavirus continues to spread in the United States.
And if you are not vaccinated, you are facing a growing threat. Fox 10's Jennifer Martinez has more.
Well, here in Arizona, there are more than 100 cases of the Delta variant. And I did speak to health expert Will Humble, and he says for those people who have not gotten vaccinated, now is the time to do so.
What's happened in the meantime is the India variant, which is called the Delta variant, is now taking over in Arizona.
The Delta variant of COVID-19 is now in Arizona, 113 cases reported as of yesterday. The variant spreading a lot faster. While efforts to get people vaccinated in the state continue, Will Humble with the Arizona Public Health Association says those who have sit out the vaccine may be at higher risk of contracting the virus.
Well, almost everybody that gets infected at this point forward is going to be because they're not vaccinated. I mean, that's it. I mean, it's going to be a handful of breakthrough cases, less than 5%, just like we saw in the clinical trials. But the people that are at risk now are people who have chosen to be at risk. For a long time, I was, really trying to get the county health departments in the state to do more to get vaccine into underserved areas. It's all over the place now. Vaccine is so available. There's really no limitations on its availability.
The Biden administration had a goal of reaching herd immunity by July 4th. And while a handful of states have reached that percentile of 70%, Arizona has not, along with the majority of the country.
Arizona's in the bottom 10 in terms of vaccines per capita. And there are enough people in states that are doing poorly to drag the whole country down so that we're not going to meet that goal. So it was a doable goal. It was achievable, but there were just too many states that were laggers, and Arizona is one of them.
And another question that I asked Will Humble tonight was, will we see with this new variant, will we see what we saw in 2020? He says that what we will be seeing is cases increasing, but not a hospital crisis. In Phoenix, I'm Jennifer Martinez with Fox 10 News.